So, I don't really know how to start this episode today, but it's pretty sad. So, the boxer everybody knows as Bahubali passed away this morning, and I'm pretty miffed by it. His real name was Ernest Akushi, and I guess for the past year he had become a bit of a darling of the local boxing scene because of his antics. He was very personable. He knew how to sell a fight. Very good trash talker, and that added to his attention. Although I must say he was a very limited boxer. He didn't have too much experience. If you look at his boxing record, he had fought 7 times or so. But his sheer personality meant that he had become a bit of a must-see. But I think the duty bearers of boxing need to do much better. This is the second death we've had in boxing. The first one was the Nigerian chap who came to die here. That led to a reconstitution of the Ghana Boxing Authority by the sports minister. Came with all kinds of controversy. That matter has even not yet been settled properly. And somebody will say, well, he fought 8 days ago. He fought on the 15th or 16th, if I'm not mistaken. And today is what, the 23rd or 22nd, and he's dead. So what's the link? Watch the fight. It's very easy to make the link. Now, I've seen the video of Bahubali and the boxer he faced, Jacob Dixon. A video that was shared this week of the two of them, having a meal somewhere and just having a jolly good time. But look at Ernest Akushi's face. He was still suffering from the effects of that encounter with Jacob Dixon. And I'm very interested in, and I think the sports ministry should also be very interested in what the autopsy says. I saw the video, very sad. I cannot share it on my social media handle of the relatives of Bahubali and Akushi at the hospital. He was called Oko, died at the Lekma hospital, just trying to beat the body back into life, But again, I said, watch the video. And I say, duty bearers in boxing, you need to do better. I don't know who the referee of this fight was, but I think the fight should have been stopped way earlier. It had gotten to us pretty clear Bahubali was not protecting himself. He was taking a lot of headshots. It wasn't just body shots, a lot of proper headshots. And these were going to definitely have an impact. And if you put the two things together, go back to his previous fight as well against Tete. He lost that fight. He again took a lot of punishment, and that was 4 months ago. He fought on the 25th of May and then fought again in September. 4 months, I think that's enough time. But somebody might also say, if you look at the punishment he took in his previous loss against Tete, and then you put that together with the punishment he took against Jacob Dixon in this particular fight, this video that you are seeing, it obviously tells you where the problem comes from. And I say, look, this was even a mismatch if you ask me. Jacob Dixon, obviously a very talented, far superior boxer. There was a need to push up his record. He's fought 13 fights. They needed to push up his record. So they say, hey, let's bring Bahubali. Easy money. You beat him. It's the way it goes. But I think our matchmakers, our promoters, they need to do a much better job of some of these things. Boxing is about skill. It's called the art of self-defense, right? It's the science of self-defense. A lot of the fighters we are seeing these days in the ring in Accra, the Bukum boxing area, are unable to defend themselves. So if it's the science of self-defense and we are putting in a lot of boxers, albeit very popular, they come with all kinds of monikers, they have their own community behind them, but the skill level is extremely low. I'm not saying everybody that we put in our matchmakers and promoters put in the ring has to be a world beater, but I'm saying they need to make these matches a bit better, where the skill gap is not that large and where the boxers at least can competently protect themselves. I think Ernest Akushi was not a boxer who was able to protect himself, and that is why I link his passing away to that beating he took at the hands of Jacob Dixon. This is no fault of Jacob Dixon's. He's a boxer. He had a job to do. It was the referee's responsibility to protect Akushi in the ring. Bahubali is gone. And this is a warning There are a couple of other boxers who are being pushed because they sell tickets. Ambitious Tilapia, the chap who always has the prophet's name on his shorts. He won a fight recently. But they should also take note. Watch who you are being asked to fight. Measure yourself and see, is the gap that wide? Will I be able to competently protect myself? Or am I just being sent there to take a beating for a pittance? That is what we need to do with our boxing. So, Bahubali and Estakushe Oko, rest in peace. Ghana boxing did you bad.